What up, my gents? Welcome to TSG Rewinds. This is the first episode of TSG Rewinds for my members, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys. The format is going to look a little different here in the future, but I wanted to be able to have a short segment where we discuss old videos, old clips, things that didn't get enough due, right? So I hope y'all appreciate this. The topic I have for you guys tonight is I decided to go back through and look at my old folders from 2024. And around this time last year, I did a live stream on May 29th, okay, of 2024. The topic of this live stream is why men don't trust modern women.
Okay, so we all out here dating, and I was just thinking something. Tell me if this sounds like you. I want somebody, but just sometimes. I want to get married, but you stay at your house, and I stay at my house. And when you come over, or I go over there, and we kick it, we have a good time, and all that stuff. But then I go back to my house, or you go back to your house, and we married.
Women do want a man, but they've become so independent, and they've become so hard to deal with, so hard to talk to, so hard to even want to be around. They have been doing this game where they out there in the streets, but then they want a dude to be able to cuddle up with, but then they don't want him to be too close. They don't want to be too emotional, but then they don't want to be too hard. They don't want any other woman to have them, but then they don't want to do the things that that man wants. It is freaking insane. And the one thing that I brought up at that point in time is, listen, why are y'all even talking about dating? Y'all don't sound like y'all really want to be with any dude in the first place. If you remember correctly in a recent video where we talked about Kevin Samuels being right, we talked about how Kevin Samuels said that winter is coming.
They're coming for Section 8, y'all. Don't just come for Section 8. Elon and the Trump administration has identified $260 million of cuts that they can make, starting with the Section 8 vouchers program. What does this mean? A lot of people are going to be homeless. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because one Kevin Samuels said that winter was coming. And I remember a certain group, who a lot of that group benefited or have benefited or are benefiting from Section 8, laughed when he passed away. And it looks like winter is here.
And in today's TSG Rewind, I intend to show you a couple clips from that time period, that live stream. One of the thoughts of the young lady in one of the clips was actually predicting what was going to happen, what we're seeing right now.
Y'all be liking to admit it or not, let's take away the food stamps, let's take away the Section 8, let's take away the Medicaid, let's take away the WIC, let's take away y'all daycare services, and let's take away the child support. Let's see how many deadbeat moments it is out here. Okay, let's see how many of y'all can still take care of your kids.
That was a clip that I used in this video in 2024 in May. That was before the elections, right? This was before election season was in swing. She was saying, what happens if all of these benefits go away? Again, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not in favor of just ripping something away without doing an analysis first. Now you have this administration that's in here that's basically about to strip everything. And yes, it is going to hurt some black women.
Or what it does mean is that a parent can no longer depend on food stamps when the child is from 8 to 18 years old. Mind you, this only is targeting single parent households, not two parent households, which is absolutely unbelievable because for the first time there is something being introduced that incentivizes families and incentivizes people to stay together.
It's not just the lower tier women who are going to be hurting. It's going to be some of the upper tier women, which is what we saw in last week's video.
Black women, they are doing the same thing to us that they did to black men 40 years ago, which is pushing us out of the workforce. That's what they did to black men, and that is what caused the major divide within our community with regards to the gender wars. We saw black men the way they wanted us to see them because they didn't have the upward mobility that we had because of our jobs that we were able to get in the federal government, for one.
Think about it. The women who are living on the system, And not all of them are trying to just do it, but I'm saying there's been all these years, all these decades of black women living on food stamps, welfare, taking advantage of the systems. Then fast forward, they're given more scholarships, they're given more opportunities for them to be able to advance at the expense of us.
The federal government was one of the biggest job employers for black women, and they're pushing us out left and right. We lost more jobs last month than any other demographic, and those jobs are not coming back. And if they come back, they're not gonna give them to us. I don't care what degree you got, because you can see right now they don't care nothing about those degrees. As soon as we started getting it, they mean anything anymore. I say this to say we gonna have to work with black men.
You have black women losing jobs. You have SNAP, food stamp benefits, Social Security, Medicaid, all these things on our chopping block. This doesn't just affect, black women who we might have problems with, the ones lacking accountability. This affects our mothers, our grandmothers who are retired. This affects all of us, okay? So this is not what I would consider a win. But it does beg the question, when Kevin Samuels said winter is coming, winter is here. Winter is here. And will that force some black women back to black men? Will that make some black women reevaluate this whole sense of we're independent and we don't need any men? I believe that this is an opportunity for black men and black women to be able to at least start the process of working together. So are black women going to wake up that they should have never abandoned us or not? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd like to hear from you. And let me know if you like this more personal, intimate discussion of these topics. And until next time, gents, live your best life.